The fate of President Donald Trump's vague ruling in 2017 tax package, which will be reviewed by Supreme Court next week, has caused many experts to panic over country's potential to destabilize country's tax system. In addition, some say this result could prevent Congress from forming a wealth tax. But lawsuit also raised questions about accuracy of personal story it presented to court, while raising constitutional objections to a Washington state couple's one-time tax on their offshore earnings. Charles and Kathleen Moore seem to have closer ties to company at the center of case than described in court filings. Records show that, among other things, Charles Moore served 5 years on the board of directors and contributed a significant amount of cash to the company. Legal advocacy groups often rely on individuals humanize their efforts in court. And it's not first time that those on the other side have pointed to inconsistencies between what is being told judges in cases and facts outside courtroom. This time, however, questions about legal basis for the couple's objection tax were raised before judges were scheduled to listen verbal defense on December 5. Lawyers who opposed their objections asked the Supreme Court to drop the case and called for it. The couple's lawyers, who come from an anti-regulatory advocacy group, have to correct what they say are omissions and misrepresentations in the record. Mindy Herzfeld, tax policy expert from University of Florida and who has written extensively about the case known as Moore United States, told court's False Facts series to a constitutional problem he said he should not make decision. In a recent Corner Tax Notes, he wrote there is a risk of damaging legitimacy court and creating impression that courts file and decisions are so easily manipulated by politically motivated interest groups. Judge Samuel A. Due to the ties of Democratic lawmakers with another member of Moore's legal team, Alito Jr.'s calls for him to withdraw from the negotiations in the closely watched case also escalate tensions. Alito rejected these suggestions, saying he and his lawyer had not discussed the case. The case may have broad repercussions. The judges are being asked to decide whether to allow a tax on overseas gains, which helped finance Trump's major tax cut. Under the limited taxation powers the Constitution granted Congress, the activists behind case included a decision in their favor, including Senator Elizabeth Warren, and the wealth tax that others on left put forward as a fair solution. He believes Congress can preemptively ban other taxes that it has not previously tried to implement. The way to create new funding for government spending. Former Biden Parliament Speaker Paul D. An unusual political coalition came together to defend the offshore earnings tax, including Ryan. Not they support wealth tax, but because decision to counter a lesser-known provision could undermine large proportion existing tax.